All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're decoding the massive economic shifts happening right under our noses and uncovering the precise skills you need to build serious wealth over the next decade. Because let's be real here, that degree you got 10 years ago, it's probably collecting dust. The labor market is being completely rewired from the ground up, and those old playbooks just don't cut it anymore. So, here's the billion-dollar question on everyone's mind. With artificial intelligence rapidly automating all the boring, routine tasks and whole industries transforming literally overnight, what are the exact skills you need to not just survive this disruption, but actually position yourself to get rich by 2035? Well, hold off on hitting the panic button just yet. According to some wild data from the World Economic Forum, while 92 million jobs will indeed be displaced by advancing tech, a staggering 170 million net new jobs are going to be created. Think about that. That's a net growth of 78 million jobs. And here is the absolute crucial takeaway for you. These aren't just different jobs. They are significantly higher paying roles for the people who actually adapt. The opportunity is massive, but it's going to require a highly strategic pivot in what you bring to the table. So here's our agenda for today's Explainer, your new toolkit for this rewired market. We're going to hit the great skill shift, trillion-dollar megatrends, the new technical baseline, mastering data storytelling, the human soft skill premium, and finally, the fractional executive era. Let's do this! Starting us off with number 1, the great skill shift. Basically, it's goodbye manual labor and hello technical and social. This data from Fast Company is a serious wake-up call for your career. Demand for technological skills, and I mean both basic, digital, and advanced stuff, is expected to surge by a massive 55% by 2030. At the exact same time, demand for social and emotional skills, things like high-stakes leadership, will jump by 24%. But here's the kicker. Basic cognitive skills and physical equipment operation, they're dying out, dropping by 15 and 14%. If your day-to-day relies on basic routines, you are sitting right in that drop zone. Adaptability isn't just a corporate buzzword anymore, guys. It is pure survival. Moving right along to Section 2, trillion-dollar megatrends. Let's talk about where the money is actually moving. Because having new skills is great, but you gotta point them at the right macroeconomic targets, right? You absolutely don't need to build the next OpenAI or the next Lockheed Martin to get wealthy. Instead, extreme wealth is found in what experts call the messy service layer behind these exploding megatrends. Take longevity, for example. People aren't just buying gym memberships anymore. They are dropping $30,000 to $50,000 a month for premium longevity-focused care with peptide protocols and hormone therapy. Can you build the logistics or marketing for those high-end clinics? Or what about parallel education, where parents willingly pay $40,000 a year for microschools to escape the traditional system? The real money is in servicing these specific high-ticket pain points. Okay, Section 3, the new technical baseline, how AI fits into the hard skills of the future. Coursera and the London School of Digital Business are pretty clear on this. The technical skills that got people hired just 5 years ago, yeah, they're getting resumes flat out ignored today. Generative AI literacy is no longer a bonus skill, it is the absolute baseline. If you treat it as optional, you're already falling behind. And right alongside AI, highly paid domains are exploding. Takes data analysis. It's not just for math nerds anymore. It's literally the core language of modern business. If you can't read the data, you can't read the room. Throw in cybersecurity, UX design, and risk management, and you've got your heavy hitters for generating serious high income. Now, a crucial piece of this new baseline is prompt engineering. And let's be super clear, I'm not talking about asking ChatGPT to write a cute poem for your dog. We're talking about the formal, highly valued architecture of refining AI requests to get specific, high-leverage outputs. It's about turning AI into a utility layer that automates the ugly, complex jobs like executing a 30-step supply chain audit, negotiating medical bills at scale, or instantly parsing through dense construction permits. As AI pioneer Andrew N. points out, the true power lies in empowering your existing work with generative AI. It's about shifting into this highly productive co-pilot mode, where AI amplifies what you do rather than replacing you. Think about it this way. A co-pilot doesn't just fly the plane while you take a nap. It handles the chaotic calculations and routine systems so you can focus entirely on getting to the destination safely. Which brings us to Section 4, mastering data storytelling, making those numbers speak. Here is the harsh reality. All of that technical data and AI output, it is completely useless if you can't convince actual human beings to act on it. The Bureau of Labor Statistics is predicting a massive 23% increase in demand for research analysts between 2021 and 2031. This just proves that data is the undisputed core of every major business decision right now. But here's the secret. Decision makers don't act on stale spreadsheets. They act on narratives. To actually persuade the C-suite, research from Amplitude shows you have to construct a micro-narrative. It's literally the same structure as a Hollywood movie. You need characters, like your stakeholders, a setting, which is your starting baseline, a conflict, like dropping sales, and a resolution. So if customer churn is your conflict, your customer is the character. Don't just show a downward graph, tell the story of why client A left for a competitor, and then reveal your data-backed resolution to win them back. That is exactly how you make the numbers speak. All right, Section 5, the human soft skill premium. The stuff AI absolutely cannot replicate. The World Economic Forum makes this crystal clear. With millions of routine and analytical tasks getting automated away, the future of work heavily pivots toward human oversight, deep collaboration, and complex problem solving. This is the ultimate takeaway for the next decade, guys. Humans will be the directors, and AI will be the crew. And the ultimate human premium in this environment is emotional intelligence, especially when you're closing deals. Harvard breaks this down into 4 actionable steps. It starts with emotion perception. Can you actually read the room? Then emotional facilitation, using that energy to push the task forward. Third is emotional understanding, which is knowing the true why behind a client's hesitation. And finally, emotional regulation, keeping yourself and everyone else completely cool when the financial stakes get sky high. So the crucial point here is that mastering these emotional intelligence steps translates directly to higher joint gains and significantly better financial outcomes for everyone involved. The data shows that negotiators who can accurately recognize emotion just create greater value and foster deep cooperation. Look, machines can compute all day long, but they cannot empathize. And in the future economy, empathy is what closes the multi-million-dollar deals. Finally, let's wrap up with Section 6. The fractional executive era, a totally new work model. So how do you actually deploy all these new skills? Well, the traditional corporate ladder is becoming completely obsolete. As the team at Maestro notes, the modern career is shifting away from traditional employment and moving toward the highly paid, independent, fractional executive model. Flexibility, not hierarchy, is the new power move. You aren't trying to just become a VP of one company for 20 years anymore. You're becoming a high-level mercenary, renting out your strategic, technical, or financial brain to 3 different companies at once on a project basis. To thrive as a fractional problem solver, you really have to run this specific playbook. First, build hybrid skills. You can't just be the tech guy. You need to intimately grasp strategy and finance too. Second, embrace extreme agility, moving seamlessly between different company cultures without missing a beat. And third, rethink that rigid 10-year plan. The ultimate goal now is autonomy and massive leverage. Are you ready to trade the illusion of corporate safety for the reality of total market adaptability? The rules of wealth generation have officially changed. Combining AI fluency, data storytelling, deep emotional intelligence, and fractional agility. That is your definitive blueprint for the next 10 years. So my final question to you is, which of these skills are you going to commit to mastering today? Think about it. Maybe share this explainer with someone who really needs to hear it and start building your leverage. Catch you next time.